ecosystems and improve the quality of life of its citizens. The strategy will be deployed to support a flourishing maritime industry with special regard for the protection of the environment. Like many countries, our prosperity and development is tied to the maritime industry and to our great rivers. The St. Lawrence River is part of Quebec's history. Some 1,200 kilometers long, the St. Lawrence River is the largest navigable waterway in North America and provides the shortest route between Europe and the American Midwest. Quebec would therefore like to benefit from its strategic geographical location, its structured and efficiently organized maritime economy, its available and skilled workforce, its flourishing maritime tourism industry. The international cruise industry is attracted by the breathtaking scenery all along the St. Lawrence, and its renowned diversified scientific maritime knowledge base. The maritime strategy places Quebec at the forefront of major changes in the maritime transportation sector. The signing of the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement between Canada, the European Union, and together with NAFTA, opens the door to new opportunities for import and export of a variety of goods, such as agriculture, forest, marine products, and raw materials. As does the agreement on the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a landmark agreement that will also create similar opportunities for trade once it's ratified. Finally, one cannot overlook the potential for the maritime industry that will result from the development of Quebec's Plan Nord, a $51 billion initiative to develop the region north of the 49th parallel, which will include sustainable development of mining, energy, social, cultural, and tourism interests. The Quebec Maritime Strategy is basically an economic development tool, but it allows us to assume our responsibilities with regard to protecting one of Canada's largest maritime resources, the St. Lawrence. During the next 5 years, measures include the improvement of our port infrastructure, the development of value-added logistics centers, as well as industrial zones, in order to provide companies with optimal conditions for the transfer of their goods. Examples of this include the sustainable energy sources for navigation on the river, including liquefied natural gas, LNG. Already, a first LNG-powered ferry is in operation on the river, and 2 others will soon be built. And we've just obtained the environmental green light to invest in the construction of a natural gas liquefaction plant in Bécancour, in the heart of the maritime region. From there, we will be able to supply all of eastern Quebec with an LNG. Moreover, in order to protect our ecosystem and manage the risk of potential maritime spills, we will create a center of expertise in Les Îles de la Madeleine to prepare for and respond to environmental emergencies that may arise in the Gulf of the St. Lawrence. The center will implement best practices based on cutting-edge research and knowledge of the river and maritime ecosystems. We also intend to comply with the international commitments of the Convention of Biological Diversity by creating a network of marine protected zones covering at least 10% of the area by 2020, and this is about the size of New Jersey. Research and development is a fundamental component of our strategy. We want to promote an integrated multi-sector approach so that every possible problem is resolved upstream with the cooperation of all sectors of the scientific community. It is with this in mind that we intend to create the Quebec Maritime Network, with the goal of bringing together in a single entity the various research organizations already existing in Quebec in order to better address Quebec's maritime issues of today and tomorrow. Quebec is eager to enter into international R&D partnerships. with governments and world-class institutions. The Galway Statement on Atlantic Ocean Cooperation, an alliance between Canada, the United States, and the European Union, offers opportunities for such collaborations. For instance, we're working with France to develop a France-Quebec Institute for collaboration in the maritime sector. We would like to create similar partnerships with other regions in the coming years. We intend to impact economic development on a local level, particularly by investing in innovative marine biotech companies. Currently, Quebec has about 20 companies engaged in the manufacture and development of nutraceuticals, cosmeceuticals, pharmaceuticals, and agricultural products, all derived from molecules and active fractions extracted from crustaceans, algae, and fish. These companies are supported by a network of 70 processing plants which meet the highest standards of international standards. The growth potential of marine biotechnology is high, and we will make every effort to ensure a bright future for the industry. In order to support the development of the industry in Quebec, as I mentioned, we encourage strategic partnerships. And I'm very pleased to announce that the Marine Biotech Research Center of Rimouski, the MBRC, will be signing an agreement with the Marine Biotechnology Center of Innovation Center of North Carolina, a 3-year collaborative agreement, which I'm confident will be fruitful for both parties. Today, in addition to the MBRC, I would like to also acknowledge the presence of Quebec's maritime stakeholders here today, namely the Technopole Maritime du Québec, the Quebec Marine Resource Science and Technology Organization, INOFIBRE, the College Center for Technology Transfer, SOPER, the Rimouski Economic Development Agency, and we also have a representative from Invest Quebec. We invite you to reach out to them, learn more about how we can combine our strengths to create great partnerships, and we suggest you become a preferred partner in this major project that future generations will consider as the foundation of a true blue economy in Quebec. We have some brochures over here on the table that outline the strategy, and it's going to be a strategy that will take place in the next 5 years, but will go on after that. We also have a brochure that lists the organizations that are here today. And I thank you very much for your patience and wish you a great lunch. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead for the lunch. We will meet you here at 2 p.m. and you have a nice recess, and I wish you a good networking lunch. For those who have a VIP card, the VIP lunch will be at the far end of this corridor. Thank you.